Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is Mother's Day edition, Jenna's Picks Live. I'm here with my mom, Sharon, and you guys know me. I'm a mom too. So it's Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I honestly wish the camera was rolling for the last 5 to 7 minutes of what just happened. We were down here. We were ready. Were we not on time?
Yes.
The amount of musical chairs we just played, because I'm like, I look taller than you. She's like, I look wider than you. I'm like, I'm forward and you're back. How do we get, literally could not figure out this camera angle, because I think the last time we did a live together, we were probably standing the whole time. So it was, I didn't even put earrings on. I forgot to put my earrings on. I'll have to do it after. But yeah, it was
I have my earrings on.
comedic is how I will describe it. Hello. Hi, Aline. Elaine. Hi, Effie. Aline.
Hi, Effie.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
On?
Happy Mother's Day. Robin will be on, but she said she has work early, so she wants me to discuss the new beach bag that we got, because she has been talking nonstop about the beach bags. You guys might know if you went to buy the I think I called it the Brunch Envy beach bag that I brought to Turks and Caicos with me. Sold out. It's available still in ivory, but the raffia color that we all love, which are the earrings I was supposed to be wearing.
Oh, they're so comfortable.
I know, they're so comfortable. So that bag sold out. So I got another bag in the same color. You guys are going to love it. I posted a sneak peek yesterday on Instagram. But Robin was like, I need a comparison. I need to know what the sizes are. Is there a zipper? All that kind of stuff. So we are going to be doing a comparison tonight. It's such a good one, and it's actually a lower price point. So the one that I sold before had a vegan leather strap, like a crossbody strap, which was it's nice to have a crossbody strap, but you don't need it on a tote bag if it fits on your shoulder. So that's what made it a little bit more expensive. I think it was $46. So this one is $37, and it's roughly the same size, has a zipper and everything. We'll talk all about it. But welcome, everybody. Hi, Nancy. Happy Mother's Day to
Happy
early
to
Mother's
all of
Day.
you. Yes.
Early, sort of. I mean,
Well, we'll all be busy for
Yeah.
Mother's Day. So
well, you
this
got
is
your Mother's Day
perfect.
present. What are you doing for Mother's Day?
I'm going to New Jersey
Oh,
with Clifton and Taylor, and hopefully Clifton's sister and Clifton's sister's dog.
oh, okay, cool. What are you guys all doing for Mother's Day? What am I doing for Mother's Day? I don't know. Greg has something planned. Do you know?
I'm sure it involves food.
I thought you were about to say that you knew what it was, and I was like,
I'm
another
sure
surprise?
It involves food.
Well, it will. I feel like Mother's Day always involves food. It's like the easiest thing that a man can plan is a restaurant reservation. It's like, just make a reservation. But even that is hard for some people to do. I just had a conversation with
Your father.
Yes, my father. But I just had a conversation with the girls, my core group of friends. You guys, I have mom friends now. And
She's so proud.
I'm so proud. I have a group of friends now. I never had a group of friends before. And
Are you kidding me?
well, I mean, like a good group of friends.
Well, that's because you're not in high school with the mean girls.
Right, exactly. So now I get to choose my friends. But we were all talking about what everybody was doing for Mother's Day, and it's like who's making a reservation, who had to make their own reservation. Greg is taking care of it. Oh, Dad's on! Don't talk bad about him. He said, my girls look great. Hi, Dad. All right. Well, the person who said who cares? Yeah. Well, you are not. This broadcast is not for you. This is for all the moms. Hi, Sapna. I'm talking about you. Sapna's in our girl gang, so we're all talking about what we're doing for Mother's Day.
Met her.
No, you haven't met her. So you will eventually meet everybody. Let's see who else is on. Effie said, my 14-year-old daughter just said that's her mother. They look the same age.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Well, we will be talking all about that, because tonight is a very special night. I feel like this is everybody's favorite show. I'm always looking for an excuse to get my mom on, and Mother's Day is the excuse. I think you were on last Mother's Day too, and probably the Mother's Day before that.
I think so. Yes.
Every Mother's Day since I've been doing lives.
She looks for an excuse to get me on. She always has me working.
Well, yeah. So, you guys, if I forgot anything, which I definitely did, like AKA
there's
my
nobody
earrings,
upstairs to bring it down.
There's no one upstairs to bring it down. So, well, hopefully, hopefully I got everything. But yeah, very special Mother's Day live. It's going to be super fun. I left a question box on Instagram and Facebook for you guys to ask your burning questions. It doesn't have to be related to anything. It could literally be motherhood, fashion, lifestyle, memories.
Best movies.
Yeah, literally anything. So if you want to ask a question and you're watching this live on YouTube, leave a comment because we're reading all the comments on the screen right here. So if you have any questions, let us know. And then we will also answer the questions from Instagram and Facebook, all while showing mom's favorite things. So it's basically, well, I mean, you've been pretty, I don't want to say instrumental is not the right word, but like you've had a front row seat to like how I choose items for the lives and everything now that I own the boutique and I get to pick all my own stuff. So she's always in the inventory being like, what's new? What do you have? What is that? And so,
what can I get?
Right. So we have all of her favorite, not all, but I think
Some.
I know this is going to be probably a long live because we have a lot of questions coming in. So I think we pared it down to 6-ish items. So,
I could have kept going. She stopped me.
well, listen, we have pretty similar tastes. So how's it going? Hi, Tom. Hi, Christina. How are you? Hello, everybody. So yeah, let's get started. First, you guys, this is Jenna's Picks Live. I'm Jenna. This is my mom, Sharon, and this is the Mother's Day edition. If you have not liked and subscribed to my channel, do it right now. It doesn't matter if this is your first time watching it, if this is your 80th time watching it, please subscribe. Every single subscriber helps. I'm up to 490. I just need 10 more, and then hopefully I'll be in like, once you hit 500, you get to the next tier of things that you're like eligible to do on YouTube Lives. And one of those things I think it should be selling on the live, which would make selling these items so much easier and for you guys to buy them so much easier. So subscribe. It really helps me. Follow me on Instagram at Jenafin, JENAFINN. And the way that you can buy the stuff tonight is by going to my website. I will show you guys how to do it, and also show you guys the new and improved website layout. I have worked so hard and so long on this new website layout, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it. So it's jenaspicks.com, one N in Jenna, JENASPICKS.com. You can buy all of the items there. You will see like super easy. I'll show you guys how to go through it. You just hit the live tab and every item that we're showing on the live is there tonight. Also, it's in the YouTube description, the link for these items. Also the link for her picks that aren't on Jenna's picks. So everything from skincare to hair care to makeup, that's all there. Her favorite Target shoes are there. And then all the other items that I'm showing tonight that are just like randomly on the live will be on the other links. There's 3 links in that YouTube description tonight. So happy shopping to everybody. And all the Jenna's Picks items, of course, we're going to be talking about, showing, basically reviewing for you guys. So if you have any questions about anything along the way, that is what that comment box is for. We are reading them off live. My favorite part of the show is interacting with all of you, and same with you, right?
It's the only time we get to talk. Juliet's not interrupting us.
Literally. I mean, what do you say to me every single time I come up from a live?
What do you mean when you,
When we're done.
well, the first thing I say is I'm not staying up. And guess what? Guess who stays up till 1 o'clock in the morning, because it's the only time we have to talk.
She literally is like in pajamas, teeth brushed.
I'm not staying up. I'm in the middle of flossing. I'm going
She's
upstairs
like,
now.
literally holding all of her stuff. I can't talk to you. I'm going upstairs. And then we're inevitably up until like 1 o'clock in the morning, just because we do. I mean, you guys know, as moms, especially moms of young kids,
especially mom of Juliet,
like you cannot get a word in. So that's the only time we have to talk. So now we have tonight on the show. And of course, you guys all get to interact too. She's usually in the comments with you guys. So she's not going to be in the comments. So you guys have to comment in
I'll
to
be
able to talk to
commenting.
her. So welcome everybody. This is going to be such a fun night. So I think we'll start off with, let's start off with a question. We'll open up the comment boxes.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm in school again. I did not do well with this.
Oh, this is going to be really fun. Do not worry, because it's all about you. You don't have to know anything.
Yeah, what pertains to me. You know what does Taylor always say? So that nobody gets into trouble, we could do it following what I'm doing. A disclaimer.
Oh yeah,
disclaimer.
We should give a disclaimer that anything that you want to know about her, like specifically eating habits, don't follow anything she does. We'll talk about that if you guys want to, but basically it's not anything that you guys need to be following. And then you'll hear I'm sure we're going to be getting questions about makeup and skincare, and literally everything she does is the opposite of like what everybody tells you to do. Yeah. Like literally it's going to be like, wait, what do you do? So I'm going to say probably 50% of the fashion, or not fashion, but like makeup and skincare and like like overall body advice, you're not going to want to follow
What does that
probably
always
half
say?
of it. So
I'm an anomaly.
yeah. Basically, what works for her probably wouldn't work for literally anybody else. That's what I'll say about that.
And I can't tell you, so far it's so good, but I can't tell you how it's going to work out in the end for me.
Yeah, that's true. You're only halfway there. Well, a little, I mean, what do they say? Middle age now is 38.
What?
Yeah. Hmm.
I'm still breathing.
Well, I know, but you're not, apparently not for long, because middle age they now have put down, not put down, but they've we always used to say middle age is 50, but
Put
like,
down, pardon the pun.
yeah, exactly. But you know, life expectancy is like what, 80 something, so like middle age is 38. How depressing is that?
She thinks it's 80 something. I will be here for at least 100 years.
Yeah, she's going to be
watching all
haunting
all
me.
of them, yeah.
That's for sure. All right, so we're going to start with a question just to get the ball rolling. So again, if you guys want to send in any questions in the comments here, we're reading them all off of the monitor. So send in any comments or questions or anything that you guys want to say. We
You
love
have to
interacting
read it.
with you.
I can't read it. The lights are too bright.
I thought, oh, I was like, what, you can't see that? I thought you were old.
Yeah, no. Doesn't matter if I'm old or not. I had LASIK. I can
That's
see
true. She did have LASIK. So yeah, in order to comment on this live, I should just say it is YouTube and Google affiliated. So, well, it's YouTube, but it's owned by Google. That's why I said it was affiliated. But basically, in your profile information, you have to have a name, any kind of birthday, and a picture or avatar to be able to comment on this live. So, hi, Robin. How are you? Hi, Tracy. Hey, everybody. So yeah, make sure that that is filled in, and then you'll be able to comment on this live. So we're going to start off with a question.
Oh, God.
For my mom, Sharon, here. Okay, so first question is...
Oh, God. Why are you laughing?
Well, I'm not going to read that one yet. We got to get into it first. All right, so first question is from Jody. She says, just want to say hi and tell her she is my idol.
Oh,
she ages
so
in reverse.
nice.
She does age in reverse. She ages in reverse. Happy Mother's Day.
No, 32 was my best year.
What was I doing? What were you guys doing at 32? I think
You were waiting for our swimming pool, our first swimming pool to be built.
when you were 32.
Mm-hmm.
What was I doing? I think
We had just moved into the house.
did I just have Cooper? Guys, life is a blur. When was that? So I just turned 37. So it was 5 years ago. Yeah. So I had Cooper when I was 32.
Okay, so that was a blessing.
I loved being pregnant with Cooper. I loved pregnancy with Cooper. And then Juliet, I was like, okay, well, I think we could just, this is a good way, this is a good place to start, to stop.
They say that about girls.
Yeah. Okay. So that wasn't really a question, but that was still a good jumping off point. So thank you so much, Jody. All right. We'll do, let's see, question here.
Do I know the answer?
Hopefully.
I need the Cliff Notes.
Okay. Hold on. Hold, please. I have like 5 different places to look for these questions. Okay. What is your favorite Asian restaurant in Westchester? This should be easy for you.
My favorite Asian restaurant. I don't really eat Chinese food.
What are you talking about? Yes, you do.
No, no, I don't. Don't you remember what happened the last time I ate Chinese food?
Well, yeah, because you ate too much of it because you loved it.
Yeah, I know. And since then I really haven't eaten Chinese food.
Okay, but before, for 63 years before that,
okay,
you
so
did eat
on
Chinese
East
food.
Hartsdale Avenue, right? Is the what's the name of it?
Hunan Village in
Right.
Hartsdale. We love
Is
Hunan
it
Village.
Hunan Village 2 or Hunan Village?
I think it's 2, but
It's on East.
where's the first one?
It used to be. Hi, Casey.
So?
You came to see Grandma. Or am I sitting in his seat?
He's like, wait, there are 2 seats here? I didn't know that.
He's like, Grandma's sitting here.
Okay, so Hunan Village 2 in
East Hartsdale
Avenue.
Avenue. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that we like that place a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to get started with item number 1. I feel like we should just go like right out of the gate. Your favorite item that I've sold that you wear literally every single day. We cannot start this live without talking about the JENA'S Pig's Belt.
And you know what? I don't wear it every single day in the winter, most days, but I definitely wear it every single day, every single evening in Naples and in the summer.
It's like now
Dress shorts,
Like when you get
Oh my
dressed,
God.
don't you feel like
It's
your
missing.
outfit isn't put
It's
together? Like when I was getting dressed for this, she was like, "Are you not going to wear a belt?" And I was like, "Relax. I'm putting the belt on." Like it just looks unfinished.
You don't even see the belt most of the time
Right.
with what I'm wearing. But if I have to bend up, there's the belt.
Yep.
Or picking up my pin, there's the belt.
It just would look unfinished without it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm sorry, I have to move you
Love
because
this belt.
so
It's so comfortable.
it's so comfortable. It's elastic. I'm going to show you guys. So it comes in 3 colors and 2 sizes, but I'll just do a close up. So this belt is, let's focus on it. Hang on. It's like, I want to focus on your mom. So does everybody.
Okay.
All right, so that's what the belt looks like. It's a gold buckle, vegan leather in the front on both sides, and then the rest of this is all stretch elastic. So these are perfect to wear with trousers, with shorts, with jeans, with dresses, with like literally with skirts. I wear this belt all the time. I am going to post after the live. I'll post a bunch of outfits. Every time you come over, I'm always like, oh, I should have taken a picture of you in that outfit because she's literally wearing it every single day. And they're just like the best belts to put on because it really is like, it's not distracting. It's like, what's the word? Unobtrusive. Like you don't really notice it, but it's just like the perfect accessory just to make the outfit look finished. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't really tuck in my shirts or I don't like to wear a belt because I feel like it accentuates the waist. I just feel like it gives a perfect polished look. And these come in 2 sizes. So we have an S/M and then an M/L, and they really all fit they both fit all sizes because like look how far this stretches. It's super stretchy. I would say in general, you're going to want to take your body type into account. When I wear it up on my natural waist, which is the smallest part of my body because I have kind of an hourglass shape, I would wear the smaller one. If I'm wearing a pair of mid-rise jeans, I would wear the larger one just because it's not as like tight on the jeans, but either way, they're so stretchy and I literally just do that because I have so many of them. You don't have to buy 2 different sizes, but I would probably take your body type into account. If you're more of an apple shape where you don't have a defined waist, I'd probably say whatever size you normally take in clothes. If you're normally a small medium, then take that one. If you're normally a medium large, take that one. But again, they stretch, so you really can't go wrong with either one of them. And they come in 3 different colors. So I hate to make you get up because queso's on you, but you have the only cognac one.
And his claw is in my thigh right now.
Oh,
He's
great.
kneading on me.
Well, so the pants are going to be ruined. Amazing. Well, this is the ivory one. And I would say out of all of the belts, this is the one, it's so funny. Is this the one you wear the most?
In the summertime, this is the one I wear the
Like
most.
every day.
In the winter, I switch off between the black and the cognac, but I do wear that one also because that's the color
of your boots. Yeah, so let me just, so these were the shoes.
It's off a little bit, but
they're like almost like an ivory beige, and it just goes so nicely with the ivory belt. And you can wear the cognac one because this matches with the cognac too.
It elevates. The light belt elevates
A look. Yeah, for sure. So I would say, oh, I also forgot to mention, they're $28. So
can I just say something about the belt?
Yes.
So speaking about like dress shorts and
Yep.
And trouser shorts, even if you're not wearing trouser shorts that have the belt loop, I wear a lot of the walking shorts that look like it's a finished front, but it has the elastic in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Putting this right on top of it, it hides the elastic, and it's still elastic, so you're not feeling restricted in any way.
And it doesn't move because it will stay on you because it's not going to be too loose because it's elastic. So, yeah, I agree. I don't always use belt loops either. I think you're going to have to stop petting Queso because his hair is flying all over me.
I know, it's in my
I'm going to start getting
nose
allergic now. Okay. So Sapna says, I need one of these ordering set. They are honestly the best.
They're the best belts.
Actually,
I think the first time I really used it a lot was I think you had just gotten it, was on my trip in Greece.
Well, a bunch of the pictures that I posted, that I'm going to be posting after the live, actually, I'll see if I could bring it up on the computer because or I'll just bring it up here so you can see it. Basically, every single outfit you wore.
I did, right?
Yes.
And I just kept shifting them around.
Because also, like, look how easy they are to pack. Because it's elastic, they're, like, you literally can just fold them. When you get it, it's going to be folded like this. They're so small. They're $28. They go with every single outfit because I have them in ivory, cognac brown, and black. So literally every single outfit will look good with them. And they also have very special inscription inside, if you guys can see. Let me wait till
I remember the first time I got mine.
it's probably a little too hard for you guys to see, but it is
It says
inscribed
Jenna's
with
Picks.
my logo. And Mom made the logo, so that's even more special for Mother's Day.
About that.
Yeah, she drew the logo inside. So everything is hand stamped by Greg, drawn by her, hand stamped by Greg, and packed with love by me. So this is literally a family affair. So grab your belts. I'll show you guys the black one too. This is what the black one looks like. You can see the gold a little bit more on the black. Like I said, I wear this with trousers, with dresses. They're just like the best. I wore them with jeans and
they
jean
look
shorts.
great on blouses also. If you wear your blouse out instead of just having it hang, if you want to give yourself a little bit of a silhouette.
Oh yeah, kind of like your dress, but like with pants under it. So you can see I'm wearing it now with these pants, which we are also selling tonight. The blouse, which we're also selling tonight. We're both actually wearing the same pair of pants. So lots of stuff to sell on the live tonight. But let me just see if I can pull up that picture for you guys.
Also, a little secret, because I'm not one who likes to keep adjusting my belt. When I wear it on a pair of shorts that does not have belt loops in it, sometimes when you bend, like especially when I'm with the kids, when I'm constantly bending down, then it slips up. What I do is I take it. Usually, I get the big safety pins when you take your stuff to the cleaner. Sometimes,
like a diaper pin.
Sometimes they, well, yes, I get essentially. But the big safety pins that they use at the cleaners, if you actually use one of those and you put it in the inside of your pants, just in the back center.
Oh yeah, and you could clip it from underneath.
If you use it as a belt loop.
Oh,
it goes right, and it's so thin that it's not even noticeable, and that belt will not move.
Okay, so I have actually two pairs of shorts of you wearing it with no belt loops.
So that's right.
So I'll just show you guys.
There's definitely a safety pin in the back of that one as a belt loop.
So you can see that she has the shorts on here, no belt loops on the sides.
It just finishes it off.
And then here, this was like my favorite outfit. Oh, I love that. Trouser little set there.
Yep.
That's the cognac one. And then this is another pair of shorts that she's wearing without any belt loops. So they're elastic. They're literally, I'm telling you. Oh, and here's, we both wore it to my sister's bridal shower. I wore the ivory one and she wore the black one. So we wear these all the time. Like I'm not even, like, I would not lie to you guys. And also I wouldn't sell something that I wouldn't personally wear. You guys know I love the stuff that I sell, which is literally why I started the boutique, so I could just buy clothes without anybody having to say anything about it.
And by the way, how long have we been wearing it now? Constantly?
Oh, yeah, I think it was the first item I ever sold, and I think the first item I ever sold was in February of last year.
Okay, no pilling.
Oh yeah, you're still wearing the same one you have, and she wears it almost every single day.
Yours.
I keep losing mine.
I still have my same 3 that I ordered, and no pilling, no stretching out.
That's a good point. See that, guys? Good point. So stand up so they could see the cognac one. You do have queso hair all over you now, but just so you could see the cognac color is such a good color, especially with the green. And then, of course, I'm wearing the ivory one.
And like I said, I really didn't need to put on a belt, but moving around, I don't know, can you see maybe in the back?
Yeah, you could still see it. You were missing a belt loop. I did this too.
It's a double belt loop?
It's a double belt loop in the back. All right, so we are going to move on to the jeans. So the jeans are new here, brand new. You guys know I've sold 2 pairs of white jeans so far. They've sold out. I hear you guys. I know your struggle when you're like, my size sold out. So I'm always trying to find new ones for you. So we're going to talk about these jeans. I do want to take a little bit of a break and show you how to order. So I'm going to go on the screen share right here and show you guys my new website. Woohoo! You guys, this website, I worked so hard on the update for this website. It looks so good, so clean. Everything new arrival is going to be right up front here. All the collections, if you want only vacation, only beach, only live, everything is here for you. You can shop by category if you only want to shop dresses or athleisure or sweaters, all there for you. You can watch all the lives here at the bottom if you ever miss one. You can shop other links that are not Jenna's Picks right here. You can leave a review, which thank you guys so much for writing reviews. It really helps me.
Oh my God, I love that top.
Which top?
Keep going. Keep going. One more. Right there.
Oh, the tube top? Oh, the tube top is so
great on
good.
you. You look like Wonder Woman in it.
I know, I do love that one. I'm going to probably put that on a live next week. But anyway, right up here at the top where you can see Jenna's Picks live, you're going to click that. You can watch all the live replays here. And then when you scroll down, you can see all the items that are going to be featured on the live tonight. So you guys actually you could get a sneak peek. I put those up probably the day before or the day of the live, so you can get a sneak peek of what's going to be on it. So everything that's here is what we're going to be talking about tonight on the live. So this is the belt, obviously. And then where are the pants? Let's see. Where did I put them? Hello, pants. Where
is
are
that
you?
the top? Are you wearing that top?
Yes. Oh, here we go. The first ones. Okay, so these are the pants that I'm wearing that we're both wearing, so you guys can see different pictures of them, and we'll talk all about it. The description is right here, so you're going to click a drop down. Look how cool this new website
Easy navigation.
is. Super easy navigation. All the sizing is here for you guys. Shipping information is here. Free shipping on orders above $59, and then you can return right there on the returns page. So super easy. And then everything that I'm wearing in these pictures, this is the best part of the website. Everything that I'm wearing in these photos is going to be available for you if they're Jenna's Picks items right here. So you don't have to be like, oh, I love that shirt. Where do I find it? What is it called? It's literally right there. So when you're looking at it, you're like, oh, I love the bag she's holding. Well, it's right here. And you can just click on that and order that. So very easy navigation. And then if you're like, I like those jeans, but they're not going to work for me because I don't want to wear white jeans. Well, you can scroll down and see things that are similar styles down below. So should be very easy navigation for you guys. I'm super excited about it. But anyway, we're going to talk about the jeans. So this is how you can buy them. The Coastal Wide Leg jeans, they're $58 and they come in sizes 4 to 18. They are extremely stretchy.
Extremely.
And we're going to talk all about the fit because we're actually both wearing them. So funny story is you ordered them. Well, I
ordered them and I tried them on
yes,
first.
she tried them on first because I was on vacation. And she was like, okay, so you ordered these pants and I'm taking them. And so now you have to order another pair. So that I was going to have them on the live last week when I got back. And then I was like, okay, well, I don't have them now. So we both now own these jeans. And what I love about them the most is actually what you didn't like about them first, which is the length. So why don't we stand up? At the risk of not being able to get these in the proper position, I do have to move them so that they can see the length of the jeans.
Okay.
Do we have to tilt the camera back or can you
Well,
see? Okay.
I'm wearing a heel, but even
That's true.
I'll show you what it looks like even without a heel.
So they are a little bit on the shorter side. You need a pair of
Flat
flats.
shoes, yes. Just so that, because
Okay.
I don't want to give any illusions.
So first I'll talk about, let me just put this camera down a little bit. First I'll talk about the length. So I'm 5'6". I don't have particularly long legs. And they are right like up to the bottom of my ankle, if you guys can see that. I'm straightening my leg really straight. I look like a scarecrow right now. But just so you guys can see the length, it's literally right at the, like where your foot starts to meet your leg. So it's on the shorter side, somebody who is above. So I'm 5'6", you're 5'7", but you do have long legs.
Yes.
So somebody who is 5'7" with long legs, they were, move in like this. Okay. So they were up to,
you see the line, right?
Yeah, I see the line, to here when she got them. So a little
But
bit.
I loved the fit, so I was going to keep it because now anything goes with the length.
Right. So then she was like, but I feel like it's a little bit in between the ankle. It's like not an ankle length. It's not cropped.
I
but
wanted
it's not
it more
full.
versatile so I could wear it with the heel. And
so she actually took down the hem in the inside of them. So at $58, they are probably the cheapest jeans that you'll be able to get at like the quality that they are, which is why I love the jeans on this show.
I love the fit also.
They're just so good.
And we have two different body types, and
clearly,
and it's fitting us in like
we're wearing the same
where
size. We should say. So
size.
We both generally wear the same size,
right.
But obviously you can fill it out very differently. I carry my weight in the bottom.
And
where do you carry your weight?
In the hips.
Where's her weight? Is her weight on the show with us?
Yeah.
Where's the weight?
My hips are wider than your hips.
That's true. I do not really have hips, but I do
Right.
have the thick thighs. So you can see two different body types, but generally we're the same size. I would say I'm like a good, I always say I'm a 2'4", but I really err on the side of the 4, and you're like a 2'4", but you err on the side of the 2.
Right.
So we are essentially like, we would say we were the same
We
size.
meet in the middle.
Yeah, but it like fills out differently. All that to say, the smallest size that these come in is a 4, and she is definitely not a true 4. And how do you feel in them?
I wouldn't have gotten them if
Right.
I felt otherwise.
She would have left them at my house,
Well,
and she didn't.
She told me to bring in the packages. Well, I brought in the packages,
Right.
and then I happened to see that it wasn't closed, and
Right.
they became mine.
So yeah, so we're both wearing the size 4, and like, let me just take off the belt so you guys can see that there is still a lot of room in here, but they're stretch jeans, but they're not gonna fall down on you.
No.
So they really will hold their shape. I mean, you've been wearing them now. I mean, you came wearing them, and you've been wearing them before. So definitely holds the body type, or the body shape. It stretches, but it doesn't stretch out. I love the rise on them. My belly button is right here, so they come like just right at or below my belly button. I have a longer torso, and I just really like the style of them. They're not too, you know how sometimes you get jeans and they're so thick and you feel like you're dying in the winter? That's not going to be these jeans. But then you also get white jeans where you're like, they're kind of see-through. I don't really like that. That's not these jeans either.
I have it's very hard to find
Camera.
white jeans that I like. So the two things that I look for, well, besides the fit, two things that I look for. One, I don't want to see the outline of my thong in.
Oh yeah, that's true.
In the jeans, that's number one. Sometimes it's so thin that you actually, if you could even see the print of your thong if you're not wearing a solid.
Which also, pro tip, I should say, so many people, I learned this just
make
from
the mistake of wearing a white thong with white
I was going to say from years of modeling, but obviously you knew it too. Do not wear white underneath white jeans, which is also my
buff, nude.
Can I tell you my biggest gripe with jean manufacturers? Even the most expensive jeans that you could buy, AG, Mother, Good American, and these too. I mean, these obviously aren't expensive, but
that's my second.
White pockets.
Okay.
Like, hello, jean manufacturers, make your pockets nude color, because it doesn't matter how thick or thin the jean is. If the pocket is white, you're going to see through it. I'm telling you, I was in the J. Crew dressing room, I guess it was last year, and I went on a rant.
I don't think I've ever seen anything other than
white pocket, right? But like, why? If you know you see white through the jean, why wouldn't you just, like, you're sewing the pocket in anyway. It's not attached to it. Make it nude color.
So that's the second, that was my second one, is how thin the fabric is and how sheer it is. The second thing is the pocket. Sometimes they have the pockets that I have queso all over me. The pocket is so long and it's so thick that you see the outline of it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get away with that, unfortunately, even if the jeans are thick, if you have a white pocket. And so
these lay so flat, though.
They do lay flat, but you know, you guys know I'm always honest with you. You can still see the outline, but it's because they're white. So
also, I don't know if you noticed, put your finger, just your pointer in here.
Yeah.
Feel how deep it goes.
Yeah.
Well, the reason for that is if you actually have hips, I know this from my other pants. Yes. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't matter how big or small you are, it makes it look like your pants don't fit you, because you start to see
that's true.
That inside out part that's
right. You see the
sticking
the end of the pocket.
Exactly.
See, I don't have that problem because I don't have hips really.
Okay, well some of us do.
Yeah,
so,
if you do, that's a good point to note that the pocket is like deep on the inside here.
Inside. Another thing is, again, I'm very particular, especially with the white jeans. This over here, look how nice it fits you. Most of it is flat.
Yep.
I hate when all of a sudden it's so tight that
just like ripples.
Yes, I do not.
I actually had a conversation. I don't remember who it was. I had a conversation with one of you guys in my messages because they were saying, somebody was saying, talking about those ripples on the back.
That's a big deal. That's a deal breaker for me.
But honestly, coming from somebody who has the thicker leg, you almost can't get away from it, especially in a white jean. And
Or a white stretch jean.
Right, a white stretch jean. Like, these are supposed to be wide, like, they're technically wide leg. Is the wide leg in the room with me?
Because I don't have wide legs, and it's not.
Yeah, I think
it just.
I think it means that it's like wide down here.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
So to be honest, I would call this probably more of a straight leg, and I might even update the description because you don't think it's a straight leg?
No.
Because it's too wide on the bottom. You're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is still a wide leg, but somebody was saying, why do I feel
like the tapered
jeans
wide leg?
Yeah. Why do I feel like the jeans are always rippling? And I said, to be honest, I like to show you guys obviously I do these lives. I show you exactly how it fits on me. I point out the things that I don't like about items. I mean, we talk real on this show. So there would be no point in me photoshopping the photos that I'm showing you because
I don't want to disappoint your viewers.
Well, not only that, it's like I'm literally coming on here to show them to you. So if they looked like perfect in the picture and then I came on the live, like they don't look like that. So what I was saying is so many of the pictures that you guys see online coming from the big designers and Nordstrom and those stores, and even smaller boutiques, they're photoshopped. When you don't see the ripples in the jeans or you don't see like the creases in the jeans, it's just Photoshop. It's just not real life. So I think it's like, you guys know me, I'm painstakingly detailed. And I would not sell you something, like I just said, that I wouldn't wear myself. And if there's something about the jeans that I don't like, I'm either going to, point them out to you and tell you that I'm just going to ignore it, like the white in the pocket, because as we've established, it doesn't matter if you buy them at J. Crew or here, they're still going to be white. Or I just, won't sell something that I wouldn't wear. So I just think it's annoying because I can tell when stuff is, so perfect and, polished and photoshopped. It's that's not real. Because all the jeans ripple like this, especially the white ones. Unless you have a tiny, tiny stick leg, and then the jeans will look like trousers.
By the way, ladies, skin ripples too.
Well, yes, I was gonna say I'm not there yet, but I am there now, guys. 37 hit, and I'm there. I know so many of you guys are watching, being like, "You're a baby at 37." I'm here to tell you, these kids are aging me. It's aging me. Being a mom is Happy Mother's Day, everybody. All right, so that's the jeans. So we'll talk about the sizing a little bit. Like I said, we're both in the size 4 and we're about a size 2-4. So I would say generally they are true to size fit. They definitely are stretchy. They're supposed to be a wide leg fit. In general, I know you guys like to buy your jeans your white jeans especially, a little bit on the bigger side, just because you don't want the rippling and the see-through and the pulling of the fabric. You can definitely size up in these because they're stretch, but you don't have to because they're stretch. So it really is up to you. All the sizing information, the measurements of the items are there as well. And remember, it's also just, you can measure them yourself. You just do your true to size, and it's free shipping after $59. So we're gonna answer a couple other questions.
Can I tell a fast story that's kind of humorous?
Please. I'll get this next thing ready.
So I was actually in Ponte Vedra, Florida, with my son and my daughter-in-law, and they have their 3 boys now. The new baby is almost 8 months old. 25th will be 8 months old. And the oldest one, Grayson, I'm playing, what's that game with the Play-Doh? Grape Escape. I don't know if you guys ever played
Literally
Grape Escape.
Nobody here is going to know what Grape Escape is, but
God.
She's obsessed with it, and now everybody in our family has it. It's actually really cute, and the kids love it because you get to smash your Play-Doh.
So it comes with Play-Doh, and it comes with a mold of a grape, and they come in different colors, and those are the men that you move around the board. But because they're made out of Play-Doh, you guys know what happens. The longer you have the game, the Play-Doh starts to dry out. And when you're rolling it...
Her biggest pet peeve. I literally was... When was it?
It was the holiday. Taylor just brought it up again.
I'm like, I will throw this game out. I don't want to hear about dried Play-Doh anymore. The kids are having fun.
The lid off of it.
I'm like, nobody's bothering me. Let them play with Play-Doh. I don't care.
So I'm playing with Beckham and with Grayson, and you roll your Play-Doh into a ball, and then you put it into this. It's 2 sides to it, and you put it into one, and then you press it, and all the extra comes out, and it forms a grape, and everybody has it in a different color. However, if you put in the Play-Doh that's a little bit drier, and you roll it into a ball, you all know that you don't get that smooth finish.
It's crumbly.
Right. So we all make our grapes, And Grayson says, mine is a granny. And I said,
No!
why is yours a granny?
No!
Yes. I said, why is yours a granny?
He
and then
didn't say it to his granny.
he holds it up and he shows it to me. He says, because look at all the lines on my grape. Last year, I said, oh, do I have those lines? Careful what you ask your grandchildren. Last year, he said no. A couple of months ago when I was there, we played it again, and he said, mine is a granny. And I said, I know. I said, am I a granny? And he looks at me, he said, yeah, I see some of those lines.
Oh my gosh!
I said to Dad, that's it. I need a surgeon. I'm not waiting any longer. 6-year-old told me I have lines all over my face.
Oh,
need a surgeon.
Could you imagine?
Listen,
I cannot.
If you want an honest answer,
yeah, ask a kid.
Talk to the kids.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Oh my god.
Of course, I did continue on, and I said,
yes, you couldn't let it go.
No.
I mean, no, definitely not.
I said, actually, I did it with Cooper recently also.
Oh, you were testing him to see what he would say?
I said, when you
she's surveying the grandchildren.
I said, when the other grandmas pick their kids up from school, or when you're watching Bluey and you see the grandma on Bluey, don't they all have glasses? Grandma has no glasses.
He's like, yeah, you had eye surgery, Grandma.
Do some of them walk with canes, or do they run around the playground with you? Your grandma does that. I said, and look.
Is she proving it to Cooper or to herself?
Your grandma has teeth. What does Bluey's Nana look like? And so Cooper says, well, the other grandma has teeth. And I was like, all right.
All right. Well, you can't win, apparently. Yeah. It's okay. I told you,
funny story.
Juliet said I looked like Greg when I got my eyebrows done.
Because they were dark. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
You look like Daddy. I was like, thanks.
Well, they were a little mannish.
No, now they look good. You guys,
now they do.
I'm telling you, this tint has changed my life. Effie said if we could all look like Sharon when we become grandmas.
Yeah, tell that to Grayson.
Amen. For
Thank
sure.
you.
Okay, well, we'll do another question on that because I'm pretty sure we have some questions about your routines. So let's see what we have here.
Oh, boy.
All right. What do we have here?
I still feel queso's. I think it's on my nose.
Okay, we have 2 skincare questions. So what do you do for skincare? That's kind of general. Somebody else asked foundation and makeup tips. So that's kind of skincare. So do you want to sit down while we talk about that?
Bring the chairs back in?
Yeah.
Just
honestly.
Were they straight?
I think they were straight. Okay. And I'm not even going to
let's
worry
make
about
a
it.
bench. Okay.
I think they were straight and we'll just leave it at that.
There we go.
Okay, so skincare. So if everybody was tuning out, grabbing a drink or whatever, we are now talking about Sharon's skincare and makeup. So I know a lot of people are interested in that. Hi, Ula, how are you?
Ula!
Ula's on.
Did we have fun in the park 2 weeks? Was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
And ice cream?
Well, we'll talk about your diet, but yes, the girl loves her ice cream.
And thank you for feeding my grandchildren. Did I tell you about that?
No. What, Cooper was shaking her down for snacks?
Oh my God, you have no idea.
Well, Ula knows Cooper doesn't eat anything, so thank you for feeding him. All right, so skincare, foundation,
makeup. So skincare, you mean like when I take my makeup off?
Yeah. Well, okay. I didn't add this, but we love the makeup wipes. I mean, you guys have
They don't pull out your eyelashes. They're great.
They're amazing. I'll add those to the list. But again, all of Sharon's picks on Jenna's picks and also just hair, makeup, anything are all linked on this YouTube description. So you'll have the Jenna's picks links. You'll have my pick, my other items that aren't Jenna's picks, and you'll also have all of her stuff.
It's kind of general stuff. It's not high end.
Well,
although talk to Brian and my husband, he'll tell you.
Honestly, I will say the best part about all of this is that it's kind of why I love doing these lives, because you can see somebody and be like, oh, she probably goes for facials all the time. She probably
never
uses
had a facial.
Never
had a massage.
Hundreds of dollars worth of skin products and uses special makeup and what do you do to get your hair like that? It's literally, this is for the most part, a drugstore queen.
Except for my haircut and my highlights.
Well, the
my
services, yes,
expensive.
But the skincare and the makeup, I mean, even me, you guys know I've told you my makeup. you don't have to spend a lot of money to find good products. And you told me, and I actually have heard it now that people are talking about on Instagram about, what is it, L'Oreal and Lancome, right? So, well,
It's
you
the
can
same
tell them.
L'Oreal and Lancome, same company. I used to sell a lot of Lancome products back in the day. They
At a makeup counter?
yeah, we had indoor flea markets in Brooklyn, which basically was just this huge warehouse where everybody paid rent for a booth to sell, let's say, depending on what your business is. Like Greg could have a booth selling whatever it is that he does. And the people that I work for actually were able to get makeup and shampoo and perfumes at discounted prices.
Oh, that's cool.
And I did that actually.
Did you have to wear their makeup while you sold their makeup?
They said, wear our makeup. And I said to them, well, I don't wear that brand, but I'm wearing this brand. And they said, well, then pretend that you're wearing our makeup. And they did the same thing with the shampoo. You know me, I like my shampoo a certain way. However, they did sell Lancome, and I have been wearing Lancome mascara since I'm 15 years old.
That was the first mascara I ever wore.
Because
obviously.
that was the first mascara that
and
I
that's
wore.
actually, I still wear Lancome. I stopped.
You go back and forth. I stop, I go back, because they keep changing the formula. I'm still like hyped up on Thrive. I still
true.
love Thrive because I love the way it comes off. Okay, so you're back. So that's when I learned that Lancome and L'Oreal are made by the same company. And the eyeliner, the mascaras, they're so similar. And they just really jack up the price.
Because of the brand.
Yes. However, there are certain differences. So even though, let's say, the Lancome and the L'Oreal formula is the same, they're not going to give you that Lancome brush.
Yes.
So if you want that brush, you got to pay for the Lancome.
So a lot of you guys ask about my liquid eyeliner. I use L'Oreal. It's found at CVS. I just did an Instacart order from Walmart, or not an Instacart. Clifton would not be happy. I did a Walmart delivery order with Walmart for my L'Oreal liquid eyeliner, and I wear Lancome mascara. And then we were talking about your skin product was L'Oreal. That's what you were gonna say.
That's the only moisturizer that I use. That's the only like real tangible thing that I can say that I
is
do
like skincare.
Yes.
Well, do you use like a face wash?
No.
You don't wash? Do you wash your face?
Yes, I do. So I used to always. I use a hydration body wash. I think it's Dial Hydration with the coconut on it.
Okay, you wash your face
the
with
one
that? Can you even?
Yes.
My skin would.
Listen, that's not
work.
so terrible. Angela told me, and you know how beautiful Angela's skin is, right?
Yeah, she works in my dad's office.
She has not used soap on her face in like 30 years. And her skin is beautiful.
This is
like
Greg.
Whatever
the
works
man
for
has
you.
the softest lips. I mean, not that I've kissed so many people, but the softest lips.
Dad has pretty
and
soft lips.
has
too.
never used chapstick. Not one time in his entire life used chapstick. Every time I'm using chapstick, which is like every single night, he was like, "Oh, get that stuff off me. You're gonna taint my lips." It's incredible. So yeah, no face wash here, and look at the skin. Can you imagine? So I'm just gonna show you guys.
And I just started using a moisturizer only because I figured,
that's true.
It might make the wrinkles.
Because you found it was like what I used to use when I lived at her house.
I love this one. This one is not greasy.
Okay, so I'll show you what it is. So here, I'll show you.
And you only need a little bit.
So here on the website, you can go down to my shops right here. Let's shop. And Shop My Closet is the first one that comes up. So you click there. Oh, hello. That's not the right one. Oh, there it is. So this is the shop. Sharon's picks. And everything that we're going to be talking about on the live is here, plus all of her, her makeup and skincare and stuff. So this is the one that comes up. It is the L'Oreal Paris Hydra Genius, and if you guys can use my links when you are purchasing the stuff, that would really help me. So everything,
And it won't break the bank.
Yeah, everything is listed out here. And can you imagine the only thing she uses for skincare is $13 with a 15% off coupon? Like literally, you guys.
Well, there is one other thing, but again, disclaimer.
What?
So
don't say it.
You guys
What?
know that I'm a stone worshiper, and I'm
Yes.
always
I actually told her the only thing that I have on her right now, besides age, she pointed out to me, is that I'm actually tanner than her right now,
Yeah,
which
my skin is
never happens.
This is its natural color, but I'll be tan next week.
Yeah.
So when I'm in the sun and I don't want to peel at night before I go to bed, I do wash my face and I put that moisturizer on. But right before I go to bed, because moisturizer tends to come off,
Yeah.
I use chapstick.
Where?
I use chapstick where I know where I'm going to peel, which is like in the corners by my eye, like in the corners.
Well, I
over
guess
here
it's
by
like a
the,
thick night cream, right?
It doesn't come off. So in the morning, it's still there.
How
So,
much are you using?
I don't know. I draw on my face with it.
Oh, but you don't like wait till it like clumps up, like keep it
No.
up. You like rub it in?
No, I use it like a crayon, and
Okay. Well, that's not too bad. I don't know if we need to give that a disclaimer because it's just chapstick.
I know, but it's supposed to be for your lips. What if
Yeah.
someone has an allergic reaction to it?
Well, that's true. We're not doctors by any means here,
No.
but
And only chapstick, by the way, and not like a flavored one. It's the original
it's just
one.
the original.
Yeah.
Effie said, "You guys just have good genes. I need it all: Botox, facial wash, serums, moisturizers, and sunscreen."
I have a decision to make on Botox.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do about it. Ladies, I don't know what to do about it. What do you think? I have Taylor's wedding coming up in a few weeks in
Yep.
June. And I was using Botox and I have not used Botox in like over a year. Because
I don't think you should do it. If
the
you haven't
last-
used it in over a year, you don't have anything left in your skin.
I know.
And what if you have a reaction?
Well, that's the whole thing. But it does give you that restful look. But the last time that I did have it, the reason I didn't do it again is because, remember, my eyebrows started to droop.
Yeah.
And I don't know. My whole face kind of looked different. Remember,
I say don't do it, and then if you're unhappy with something in pictures, you can always like airbrush the photos. I mean, the photographer's gonna do that anyway. She's gonna have a good camera.
That's true.
I wouldn't. Just because in person,
it's these number 11 lines.
you can take that out in Photoshop or like a filter.
See, most people have the happy lines because they're happy. Not me. I have the frowning lines because since I'm a kid, this is me.
Yeah.
This is how I sleep.
It's not because she's not happy. She
No.
just.
It's stress. I'm
She's
always. I need
she's
to find something
the
to worry
original
about.
RBF. Do you know what RBF stands for?
No.
Resting BITCH face.
Oh yes.
The original RBF right there.
When Brian leaves and kisses me goodbye in the morning, he used to take his thumb and just try to rub out because I used to be like this, to try to relax it a little bit.
All right, so Effie wants to know. Oh, she said do it.
Do I?
Do the Botox.
Oh no.
They drooped because they injected you too low. I know, but I mean, you went to a plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
So he knew what he was doing. It just was either too much or it slipped or whatever. But like, so you can't take that chance again. If you're going to do it, you need to do it now because you'll be like 2 months away from the wedding.
It took
Or a
3
month.
months for it to soften.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it then.
So,
Or at least don't do it in that area. Do it in like a different area if you, I don't know. I don't know what area you were doing it in.
it was all, all of that.
Well, I know, but if your eyebrow drooped, you can still just do this.
This is
No?
very close to the eyebrow.
I know.
So I don't know what to do.
Okay, so Tracy says probably best not to. The wedding is at the end of June.
Right. And then after the wedding, if I want to try it again.
Well, yeah, then you can try it.
Right.
Your eyebrows drooping was because the injector didn't inject it correctly.
Yeah,
and it
that
can
I
happen.
know.
Yeah, we know, and he did correct it, sort of, right? Didn't you
Well,
went
yeah,
back?
he tried to correct it a little bit and then told me he couldn't do anything else.
Right.
So he did try to raise it a little bit.
Nancy says don't do it. I agree. I think
Yeah.
if you are,
I'm not going to do it.
I think the most important thing is like when you see people in person, you don't want to be like self-conscious about it. And then if there's something you don't like in the pictures, you literally can Photoshop out a line. It's not hard to do that.
Listen, I have to assume also the photographer wants to sell photos. So he wants everybody in the immediate family to be happy with the way they look. So
of course.
he's not going to.
Although he will have already gotten paid. So.
There goes that.
Kim says Chico's brand of white jeans has beige pockets.
Are you
Oh my
kidding me?
gosh. Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to check that out. I don't think I've ever gotten anything from Chico's.
I don't think I
I think
have.
it's a store in the mall.
Are they still in our mall, I wonder?
I don't know.
I
Okay,
used to like the
so
commercials. That's when we used to watch TV.
don't do Botox. You look beautiful as is. I agree. If she hasn't had it in a year, that means this is you without Botox. So
Yeah, but I can see the
yeah,
lines.
no, I get it. Listen, I get it.
And I know she sees the lines because when I'm talking to her, I see her eyeballs moving
Yeah.
and looking.
Well,
She's
listen.
looking at her future. That's what she's looking at.
Exactly. My future looks pretty bright. What do you think? I think it looks pretty bright. All right. So Effie also said, do you have grays?
Do I have grays?
And how often do you get your hair colored?
Okay, so I get my highlights done. I actually do have to cover my base, which I never had to do before. But it's fine because actually the base is warmer than what my natural
I actually
color
like
was.
when you do it.
Yeah.
But she's like crazy with it. Like I mean,
So the grays do come in. God did bless me with having more gray. You see these pieces that are lighter, the front pieces?
yeah.
Those are mostly gray. So when they do the highlights,
Oh,
I naturally have
like
now
lighter
the
in
lighter.
the front.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
that
good.
works perfectly for me. But my grays do come in every 2 weeks, and since I don't get my highlights done closer than anywhere between 8 and 10 weeks, I buy the L'Oreal Root Touch Up.
I should probably add that in too.
Yes, and I know the color that matches best with my base color, which is the darker color.
Right.
The problem is, and if any of you are blonde, you will understand this. If you have dark hair, this is going to be something new to you. When you have dark hair and you cover your grays, you can just shampoo it in. When you have highlights in your hair, you cannot just do the part because they will just bleed down the hair follicles, and all of a sudden, even though you only had that much root that you needed to cover, all of a sudden it becomes that wide of dark hair and it will take away
Oh my God,
a lot of
really?
your highlights. So what I do, and Dad can attest to this, it's a 10-minute root touch-up. Literally 10 minutes.
Or it's supposed to be 10 minutes.
It is 10 minutes.
Oh.
It takes me an hour to go downstairs with the aluminum foil because I've been blonde for, I don't know how many years, 30, 40 years I've been blonde. 40 years, over 40 years.
That's a lot.
And when they put the foils in, I already know how to fold the foils. So I will go downstairs and with a tail comb pick out all of my highlights. I will take conditioner and put them on each strand because conditioner stops the bleeding, so that it shouldn't soak up the root touch up. Fold it up, and it takes me an hour to do that. And then
Is it? Oh, but you didn't put the dye on it yet.
No, it's to
'cause it
protect
only
my
lasts for 10
highlight.
minutes. Oh.
It's an hour to put the foils in, which is only from here up.
Guys. But I mean,
have
you
to
have to
protect
do that
them.
though, because how
I do
much is
that-
it for you to get your hair done?
It doesn't matter. I can go in just to have my base done, but even if I go to have the base done, it's going to get onto my highlights a little bit. And it's going to make it look like I have less highlights, and I'm going to have it done more often. So here I can keep my highlights.
That sounds all like stuff that, one, I'm glad I don't have to worry about because I have super dark hair. But two, I'm just not looking forward to having to deal with that situation.
It's not fun.
Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. But Effie asked, how often do you get your hair done?
Every somewhere between 8 and 10 weeks.
And then you touch up in between.
Every 2 weeks.
Wait, you foil your own hair only
to protect. So like I'll use the tail comb just to pick up the blonde pieces, put conditioner on them, wrap them in the foils so that I have all of those little foil packets, and then I can take the root touch up and put it in between, and I know that it's not going to get on my highlights. Occasionally I may get a thumbprint on one of the pieces.
But the good thing is you have like a couple different colors in your hair, so like if something is wrong, it could.
The color is fine because usually the L'Oreal Root Touch Up, it's several shades of blonde. So I use the dark blonde, for example, and it ends up as it's growing out. Like I don't know if you could see it now. It ends up looking like an ombre a little bit.
No, it's not growing out right now.
Oh,
it looks good.
Okay. Well, next week I'll have to do it again. I did it last week.
All right, so that's the hair. Okay, if you guys have any follow-up questions about the hair, let's see. Okay, so Kim said she's mistaken. Her Cato Fashions white jeans have beige pockets, not Chico's. Thank you for the clarification. I've never heard of.
You made this poor woman go to her closet?
No, sorry. I just got really excited. All right, so let's see what other questions we have for you. Hair care routine. Well, we talked about the process of coloring, but your routine. So I linked your most used products, which basically is Moroccan oil, like your big Moroccan oil fan.
I use the Moroccan oil and the Moroccan oil cream. I mix them together.
So I put them both on Sharon's picks so you guys can see those. And then we both still use Herbal Essences shampoo and conditioner.
And they say that your hair gets used to it, that you should change your shampoo every so often.
We've been using it for a very long time.
Yeah, Herbal Essences. And I have to tell you, I take it with me when I get my hair done, both for a haircut and for my highlights. And every time, whoever's shampooing my hair, and they sell shampoo, all these expensive shampoos, whoever opens up that shampoo, they're like, oh my God, it smells so good that even, I think, was Audrey actually using it?
Was she? I don't know.
Olympia was using it, I know.
All of our
so they're selling all of this expensive stuff, and they're actually using the shampoo that we're using.
Listen, don't knock it till you try it. We both still use it. It's the blue one.
It's a moisturizing shampoo. It smells good. It's not the 2-in-1. One's a shampoo, one is a conditioner.
And I actually use it on Juliet too when she showers in my bathroom because I just don't have her stuff in there. And it works for her hair too.
I gave it to Grayson.
You did?
Well, he's blonde. My grandson is blonde. And I noticed that his hair was feeling like straw. And I think it was from the chlorine from the pool. And I let him use mine, and it was so soft. And he loved the smell of it.
Okay, so off hair, now we're going to talk about who is your favorite in-law?
Who is my favorite in-law? Wait, I can't answer that.
Wonder who asked that question. Who is your favorite child?
Wait, was it Dana?
And why is it Greg?
Why is it Greg? How do you guys know about me and Greg?
First it was, who's your favorite child? Who is your favorite child and why is it Greg? And who is your favorite in-law?
Okay, well, as far as who's my favorite child, try asking one of my 3 children. I just had this conversation when Taylor spoke at the meeting, when she did the presentation. Same thing happened with the owner of the restaurant. We just had this. And I don't have to tell you, Taylor gave him an earful.
Oh.
Who do you think she said?
I don't know what kind of mood she was in. Justin. Yeah.
Of course, she said it was Justin. And you know what? The baby's always going to say it's the older one. The older one will say it's the middle one. And then the middle one will say...
it's me. It is me. I don't know. I used to say it was Justin, but it is me now. So it just is what it is.
She's my nicest.
Next question.
Ask me who my nicest child is.
Well, the nicest child is the favorite. You're not going to...
No, it's
your
not
favorite is not going to be the difficult child.
Listen, the oldest child, this is what I say, the oldest child is the one who changed you from a couple to a family.
That's true.
That is a memory. That is something. Think about with Cooper. That is something that the other 2 just cannot compete with.
Yeah. And also I think it's so funny because a lot of people say on my Instagram, because I post so many pictures of Juliet, because 1, her outfits are amazing, and 2, I'm just with her all the time.
I know they think she's your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Dana says that, and I'm like, it's just because you can't keep Cooper in one place.
I know. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, your Juliet is definitely
Everybody
the princess of the family. Yeah. I was like, honestly, it's not like that. It's really Cooper is, we all know Cooper is so, there's nobody like Cooper. But it's so funny because if you looked on my Instagram, you'd be like, oh shit, Cooper is locked in a closet for half the time. It's no, he just is running around. I literally can't get a picture of him. It's insane.
This is an impression of Cooper when he's with me. We'll be in the middle of playing something, or we'll be watching TV, or I'll be reading him a book, and out of nowhere, unprompted, he'll go. And I'll be like, oh.
Or I'll be getting ready and yelling at everybody, get ready for school, and he'll come into the room and he'll be like, you look beautiful today, mommy. And I'm like, it's just okay, now get your shoes on.
And
Um,
Juliet will say, Mommy, are you happy? And Jenna will always answer, I'm not happy right now.
I
Why
know.
aren't you happy? You know why I'm not happy.
I know. She's like, "Are you happy with me?" I'm like, "This is making me feel like there are too many times where I'm not happy with you. So stop saying it." She actually hasn't said that in a while. I haven't realized that.
That's why
They
she didn't say it this morning.
they probably say it's your son. I have two girls and one boy, and they all say my son. Well,
He's
Justin's
the
the
oldest,
oldest.
and he's the only boy.
He's definitely Prince Justin. That's his nickname in our family.
Wait a sec. The girls named him that, obviously, but I do have to say,
Dad might have named him
wait
that.
a second. Oh yeah, he might
I
have.
think Dad named him that.
Yeah. Well, that's because, well, we know why. And also, Justin experienced that with Dana too. But before I get to that, also, then there's the third child, who's the baby. No one can compete with the baby. I knew she was going to be my last one. And so, like, I was savoring every, like,
Yeah, that's true.
minute of that. This is my baby. And she's still the baby. I still feel like she's my baby, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the middle child.
So I think you have the middle one first, but okay.
Wait a second, we're getting to the middle one. So I always said, because I come from three and my sister was the middle one. And I always said to myself, when I have three children, I'm going to make sure that that middle child gets photos by herself. Because I remember.
And look what you turned me into.
I remember all of the photos that my mom had were pictures of me by myself. She had pictures of my brother, who was the youngest and the only boy. So that's kind of like the same thing in reverse. And every photo of my sister was with me. It wasn't by herself. So I always said I was going to make sure that Jenna got her photos by herself. And then look what I created, a monster who take a picture of me this way, take a picture, although you have that now too.
Oh my gosh, Juliet is literally like, take a picture of me doing this, take a video of me doing this. I need to review the video. I don't like it, take another one. I'm like, oh my gosh, you are 3.
And the other thing is with the middle child, I never really gave a thought about, he just hit me with his tail, about the damage that I was doing or going to be doing to the first one. I didn't worry about the damage that I would be doing or was doing to the baby. But there's always that thing that you always hear about, the middle child, right? The middle child. I tried so hard not to damage this child. And what happens?
But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Well, it didn't help that when I gave birth to Taylor, Jenna actually was sick. She had double.
All right, we don't have to go through the whole story, but yeah, I was in therapy.
Said,
I was the only kid in therapy.
The doctor said when you bring the new baby home, she's contagious. You cannot let her near the baby.
I was a leper.
Did to her self-esteem. I felt horrible about it, but she could not be near the baby. And of course, Justin was doting on the baby. And
okay, well, Taylor and I have a great relationship now.
Yes.
So, but yeah, no, I was in therapy because the middle child always needs therapy.
They said that she felt like her parents were taken from her. Her brother, who she was like this with and was like doting on this new baby, was taken from her. And I needed to put more emphasis.
And now I have attachment issues. Like, I don't know what to say, guys.
And I always say to Greg, let me handle your kids. And he said, yeah, I don't think so. I saw what you did with the first one.
And he still married me, you guys. Oh, and today's our engagement anniversary.
Yes.
My post was a little confusing because I think a lot of people thought it was our wedding anniversary, even though I didn't post any pictures of our
engagement
wedding.
Anniversary.
But this was 10 years ago. Thank you. 10 years ago, we got engaged.
And Dana, if you're watching, I think yesterday was yours. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, I think so. I always get ours confused. I'm always like, is it mine or is it Dana's? Like, I even had to check today. Was it Dana's or was it mine?
The 8th,
yes.
Right? Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Another question. Let's see.
Oh God, why?
Do I wonder who wrote in this one? Do you put eyeliner on your cheeks and blush on your eyes?
Okay.
From Greg.
Is that from Greg? Okay. So clearly, Greg is part of the inner circle.
He knows all your secrets.
Yes. So, no, I use, you have that wrong, Greg. I use lipstick as blush a lot of times.
Lipstick as blush.
Right. And what was the other thing that he asked?
Um, eyeliner. He doesn't know. He said eyeliner on your cheek and blush on your eyes.
No, I use lipstick as blush a lot of times.
And you use something else as eyeshadow, also, or use eyeshadow on your lips. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
So
He wasn't far off.
no, the eyeshadow that I was putting on my lips was just to keep it so that when I drink or something, so that
It's
I
like
would always,
powder.
yeah, it's like a setting powder. But now I don't have to do that when I have the
Right.
color
So
spray.
also, I'll show you guys on the screen share for her under her products too. I have
And I got this from Taylor, actually.
on her post. This is her post, and all the products are listed here. I have the lipstick that she uses right here, so she doesn't have to use eyeshadow on her lips anymore.
No,
Her
stays
hair
on.
stuff is
And
here.
it's non-transferable.
Her I don't know why this picture's not coming
Thank
up,
you,
but
Tay, if you're
yeah.
watching.
Her mascara is here, and then I don't even know if we're gonna get to the other Jenna's Pick stuff, but that's all there too for you guys to see. So those
Oh, look,
links.
I'm wearing the shoes.
Oh yeah, and the shoes, they're right there.
They
So
came to Greece with me.
those links are on my website under the my shops, and they're also on the link in this YouTube description under Sharon's Picks. Let's do a few more questions. What do we want to say? If you want to tan, how do you watch your kids while you're tanning?
My kids are adults now.
Well, how did you watch your kids when you were tanning?
Should I tell them? Well, way back in the day, they didn't have leashes for kids like they do
Oh my God,
now.
I wish we had a picture of
I
this
wish I
right
still
now.
had this. So, you know that coil cord that people put on their kids?
It was a telephone cord. Don't try to mask it.
No. I'm saying
it
that's
is what
they
it
sell.
is.
That's what they sell now, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So
you didn't have a coil cord.
We didn't have that, but we did have telephones with cords. So every so often, from stretching the cord, you'd have to buy another one, and I saved mine, and I attached it to.
Yeah, yours were definitely stretched out because how did I draw our family
Yeah.
portrait?
I
A
wasn't
coil
even in it.
cord off the page, and that was my mom
It was
on the phone.
hanging on the bulletin board in school with everybody's family portraits. Me and Brian are looking at it. There are 4 people. It's Brian and 3 kids. And I said to Jenna, "Where's Mommy?" And she said, "That's the telephone. You're on the phone with Grandma."
Well, how did Cooper draw me in the family
Oh my
portrait?
God.
It was
That should
down
tell
here
you
and I
something.
forgot. Yeah, and our family portrait Cooper brought home. It was our entire family, and Mom sinking.
In a submarine, waving to Mommy goodbye. I said, "You know what? Good, I'm glad. What goes around comes around."
I'm like, why is Mommy sinking in a submarine? Everybody's on the land.
And they're all waving to Mommy, right?
Everybody's on the land. Bye, Mommy. Like, what is the actual meaning of this family portrait? Like, I'm literally haunted now, you guys.
Okay, so this is what I did. So
Okay, so
make a long
telephone
story
cord.
short, it was the telephone cord that I had, and I had one for each of the kids. And also back in the day, there used to be when the baby was in a stroller, to keep the baby from falling out, we had a harness that you would put on the baby, and it came with 2 little things that adjust like bra straps, 2 little belts. So I used to buy a package of those, and those 2 little belts, because I didn't want my kids to get tan lines. I used to put that. I had them
Can you
step
imagine,
into
you guys?
it.
Sign of the
It was
times.
adjustable, and I put it inside their bikini bottoms, including Justin's, who I put a Speedo on. And it was hidden inside there, and I would clip the telephone cord onto that. And we didn't have a pool. We had the beach. I used to walk to it every single day in Brooklyn.
You should tell everybody also how you did that.
Wait a second. And so I used to take my lounge chair and put it in the shallow part of the water, and I had each one of the kids tied to my chair. So if they were going a little further than I wanted them to, I would just tell them to come back in and pull them back in. And I used to squint. My eyes were never closed, and watch them, and I would be able to lie there in my chair while my kids were attached to the telephone.
And she was also a camp counselor.
We're not going to get into that. The director used to come and question me, why am I the only counselor that brings my own beach chair?
You're supposed to be in the water with the kids.
I was. With my
chair was in the water. Oh my gosh. So that's, but you should tell people, I mean, so you guys know, a lot of well, I don't want to say a lot of people, but the majority of our family are doctors. My dad, my brother, my sister. So you guys met, my dad was in dental school,
No, he was in construction.
going to dental school,
No.
going to be in dental school,
Yes.
going to be in dental school.
And when I told my father that, when I told him I met Brian, and I said, he says, what does he do? And I said, well, he's doing construction now, but he's going to dental school. He says, yeah, I remember those days. I used to tell the girls that I was a pilot and I owned my own planes.
Well, anyway, so but they grew up in Brooklyn
Right.
separately. And then they had us, and my brother and I were, and the two of them, we were in a 2-bedroom apartment, right?
All 3 kids shared one room.
Yeah. And no car.
First, we didn't have a car.
So how did you get
Then we
to?
did.
I mean, like when I hear about this, and I'm like complaining about Instacart, and like,
Well, Dad
I mean,
was still in school, so he used to take the train to school, and I had the subway if I wanted it, but I walked to a lot of places.
with all 3 kids and your beach chair and your
Oh,
shopping
you mean
cart.
to the beach?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what
I
did
walked
you do?
to the beach.
I mean, this is crazy.
It wasn't
3
around the corner, but it wasn't like very far. I had to walk across the parking lot to another building and then straight up.
Insane. And like, how did you go food shopping?
I would say it was the equivalent. Oh my God, food shopping, that street that we had to cross. I had really good kids. We had to cross a main street, and a lot of people got hit by cars.
Could
on
you
that
imagine
street.
Cooper?
I always say that, never. So I would have the baby carriage, and I would also have the shopping cart. And at that time, the shopping cart,
A baby carriage and a shopping cart?
right?
I literally can't.
It was not plastic bags at that time; it was paper bags. So
Still
when
paper
you
here in
had
Massachusetts now.
when you had your groceries, they would put the 2 bags in, or 3 bags, and then they would put a bag inside. They wouldn't fill it to the top, and then add more.
Yeah.
Then add more, and then they would use masking tape and tape.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I mean, it was like up till here. But coming out of the supermarket, I was able to. I had one of you on each side of the stroller, and I had the stroller, and it was the 4-wheel shopping cart. So I was able to pull it and push the stroller. At times, Justin was able to push the stroller, but here's where having well-behaved kids comes
And Justin,
in.
at the time, he's 6 years older than Taylor, so he was 6 or
Yes.
7 at the time.
And so we would we'd go down the ramp and we'd be at the street that we needed to cross. And it's the middle of West 5th Street. And I would have to say to them, I don't know how many of you moms can do this. I know you can't do it. I would say, all right, I want you to stand here, hold the stroller, and don't let go of it. I'm going to cross with the shopping cart, get it across
I
the
don't
street.
even think you'd be allowed to do that in
Go
2025.
back across the street, and then get all 3 of my kids and walk them across the
Like,
street.
first of all, if I feel like if I saw a mom doing that, I would be like, let me
the
help
brake
you.
was on. It's not going to wheel in the street.
No, but I would be like, let me help you and like push your stuff for you, right? But like, in reality, like, how do you do that? And I just feel like in 2025, people, like, you can't even leave your kid in a car.
I was going to say that. Yeah. So
Like,
there's always someone not happy in their own life
yeah,
that's
true.
looking to screw up yours. I mean, the cleaners, literally, you're driving, the parking lots of the cleaners is facing the door to the cleaners, and you're afraid to leave your kid in the car for fear that somebody will say, oh, she left her kid in the car by herself.
When I drop the packages at the post office, I'm like, I just need to bring them from here to the box, just from here to the box. But I'm like, well, what if somebody sees me leaving Juliet in the car? Like, I can't do that. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
and everybody
crazy.
has phones on their cameras now too.
Cameras on their phones.
I mean, cameras on their phones.
Yeah, so that's true. All right, so it's already 10:30, so we'll only have time. We'll ask maybe 1 or 2 more questions, and then I'll just quickly show you guys some other stuff. I knew we weren't going to get to anything.
What about my bags?
Yeah, we'll talk about the bags. All right, let's talk about a couple of other items quickly,
Okay.
and then we'll do one more question to finish off.
Okay.
But if you guys have any questions to write in.
Soda?
Yeah, well, where's your soda? Where'd you put it? Oh.
Cooper's
you
not
guys-
here, so I get to
Yeah.
drink it by myself.
If you guys have any questions to write in, write them in now in the comments, because I'm only going to be doing 1 or 2 more before it's already 9:30 or 8:30, 10:30.
And I'm not staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, she is. That's what she says every time. Also just wanted to show you because I don't know if I've worn this on a live yet. I keep saying I'm going to, and then I feel like I keep leaving it upstairs in my closet. But since I've worn it now for Mother's Day, my sister's bridal shower or bridal
Luncheon?
no,
Oh, it was
like
her.
her office, the office
Yes.
bridal shower, Mother's Day, and her birthday. I feel like I owe it to you guys to show it to you on camera because it's just so gorgeous. So I wore it with light blue jeans, but obviously today I'm showing it to you with the white jeans. So this is available. It's such a beautiful designed blouse. I don't
The
remember
colors are beautiful.
if they are. I don't remember if I put this on a live or not yet, so I just wanted to show it to you. I'll take it out so you guys can see the length of it too if you wanted to wear it as an out top. It's a lightweight blouse, perfect for work or graduations, baby
And all
showers.
season.
Yeah, and all season. So I'd probably say you could definitely pair this with darker jeans in the fall and maybe like a cute cognac leather jacket. But I probably wouldn't wear it in the winter because it is like brighter,
But you
upbeat
did wear it
colors.
with jeans.
But I wore it with jeans, yeah. And I do like that it has darker and lighter colors in it, so it kind of goes with like every color palette. And then I don't know if Robin's still watching because I know she said she had to get out early, but I wanted to show you guys the differences in the bags. So this is the bag that I took on vacation with me. This one is still available in ivory. I don't think it's available anymore in this color, which is why I now have this bag for you guys. It is, I think, $10 less, which is great. So it doesn't have the vegan leather, like contrasting strap
Zipper.
color, but it does have a zipper, which is really nice.
Yes.
So I do
hidden
like,
zipper,
yeah,
so
I
that
do
you don't
like
see it.
the shape here, which fits nicely under your arm, so you can carry it on your shoulder. You can carry it like this. It does have the zipper, so your stuff won't fall out, and it's essentially the same size. So it doesn't have the crossbody strap, but I have yet to use this because who uses a crossbody strap on a tote bag? But it is, I mean, you can see them here. Let me back up so you can see. They are essentially the same size. So I fit a towel, my cover up, my iPad, headphones, shoes, like, my visor, everything was basically in here. So, or in that one, and this will fit kind of all that stuff too. So it has a lining, it has an inside pocket, and it is $37, which is such a great deal for these bags, you guys. So it has an inside pocket in here.
And it's soft. It's not like the other weaves, straw weaves. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not like a straw bag. It's more of like a
it
woven.
looks like it, but it's soft.
That's
it's not
true.
going to irritate you.
Yeah, so love this bag. Love the colors, or the color of this like darker raffia. I really like that pattern. And then also the earrings. So actually, the
this is one
earrings
pair.
that you're wearing are like the ivory color,
Mhm.
which is what this bag
Something's in
comes
there.
in. So if you guys are interested, it does still come in the ivory color. Oh, thank you. Kim and Carol both love my blouse. I do too.
And it's in her color palette.
Well, it's in like everybody's color palette because like the lighter colors are not in my palette, but this darker, like the brown and like the darker burgundy is. So I feel like a lot of people could wear this top, which is nice. The earrings, she's wearing one pair, so you can actually come closer to the camera
They're
if you want to show.
so light.
So light. I wore them all day and night on vacation. So that's one pair. This is one that goes in the ear.
Those were my favorite.
Yeah, I feel like I wear these the most, but I just like the darker color with my hair color, but I like those on you.
Well, the one thing I think about this color, I'm always afraid it's going to be too close to the color of my hair.
Yeah, that's true. It's not. There we go. So you can see there's this one, the one that she has in her ear, and then this. And you guys, it's 2 for $24. So you get 2 pairs for $24. They're super, super lightweight.
Do you feel this? Because this.
I mean, it's
oh, no,
so
it's
lightweight.
Feather. It's like a
Yeah,
feather.
it's like a feather. I wore them on the beach. I wore them out to dinner. I didn't bring any other earrings with me just because they're able to go from beach to bar or beach to
These are
restaurant.
great on the beach. I used to wear hoops all the time, and they heat up in the sun, and when you turn your face, then they burn you.
Yeah, I am
These
not a jewelry person. You guys know I like to be comfortable. I'm not a jewelry person on the beach, but those earrings, like I even forgot I was wearing them. They were so good.
Listen, a ponytail, these earrings, and that. There you go.
The visor, you guys.
It starts to make you look like you're dressed up on the
I
beach.
know, and like you're wearing things that are like so lightweight. They don't take a lot to like think about. Do you know what I mean? Like you throw this in your bag, you throw the earrings on, like you're good to go. So everything with the beach bag, the visor, the earrings, and you look like you are an elevated, like put together
You don't
person.
even need makeup. You're laying in the sun. A little bit of lipstick. That's all you need.
I didn't even put lipstick on. I had my eyebrows tinted and I wore sunglasses and I was like good to
You
go.
didn't burn your lips?
No.
They didn't dry out?
No. My lips are always chapped.
Yeah, because my lips dry out if I don't
Greg's
have
lips
anything
didn't
on
dry
them.
out.
Of course not.
So this is the visor. It is one of your favorite. I feel like this is your new favorite thing that I sell. It's so cool because you can lay on the lounge chair with it, which you can't do when you have a hat on. It folds up this small, like it was in that bag. You guys didn't even know. Has a little elastic to keep it rolled up, and then it has Velcro to keep it together in the back. It also comes with a chin strap, but I didn't use it and I lost it somewhere.
I do have to say, when I first saw you unrolling it, I made fun of you. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know it was going to look like that.
It's so cute.
I thought it was going to be. Should I
My
tell you
hair's
what I
sticking
thought
out.
it was?
What
gonna
did you
be?
think it was going to be?
Undo the Velcro. I thought it was going to be
What, like a...
the Little House on the Prairie hat.
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not selling that. No, this is so cute.
Like.
So I wore it with my ponytail out, or with like a bun on top of my head because I don't like to wear my hair down on the beach. It was so comfortable, you guys. I love this. It's like my new favorite thing. Because I love the way a beach hat looks, but I'm like, I don't want my hair to get flat, so I have to keep wearing it up. And like, okay, you wear the hat to the beach, but then you want to lay down on the chair, and then what do you do? So this is like perfect, I'm telling you. Elaine, if you're still watching, she bought 4 of them to give out to her daughter and daughters-in-law.
It's not just for the sun. It's great. Well, on the beach, like by the end of the day, sometimes it starts to get breezy and you don't want to leave the beach.
And you don't want your hair in your face.
Especially when I have oil on me. I don't want my hair blowing all over the oil.
Or sand on you, which is a problem I had in Aruba. I was like, stop blowing sand on me. And then actually I wore this to pick Cooper up from school the other day and he put it on. He was like, I want to wear it walking to the car. So I love this. You do too.
Yes.
So the earrings, the visor, the bag. I think we got everything. The only other thing is this bag, which
I was going to say, what about the tote bag?
So this was a bestseller last year. You personally own this one.
Even your brother saw me with this and he loved it.
It's just amazing. So I'll just talk quickly about it and then you can talk about why you like it. So 9 pockets all the way around the outside. You only need this bag if you have a family. You need nothing else. It also has 1 inside pocket that's waterproof. You can carry, I mean, this bag, when we didn't have our pool and I was bringing this to Lifetime, I was bringing towels, change of clothes for Cooper, change of clothes for Juliet, change of shoes for both of them, sunscreen, pool toys, change of clothes for me, snacks.
I was just going to say, I did all of that.
Water bottles.
Snacks.
I mean, like, this bag holds so much stuff. So, I mean, and it's mesh. So you don't have to worry about taking sand back into your house. Everything just falls out of it. It's the perfect beach bag.
I just thought it was so smart that with all of the pockets, which are needed, they gave you the plastic one to put your sunglasses in or to put your phone in instead of having everything where the sand can get to it.
What I also like is that all the pockets are on the outside. So when you have a bag and you have pockets on the inside, you're like, oh, these are so great. But then when you fill up the pockets, you can't put anything else in the inside of the bag.
You can in this one.
So all the pockets are on the outside, which is like amazing. And then you can also put your keys in these little
So I also have the tripod in there.
Oh yeah, the tripod.
Because that fits perfectly in there. And actually one of the best things about this bag is you can fold it up. It folds up into nothing.
Into nothing.
So that you can throw it in your suitcase and it's not going to take up any room.
It basically, it folds up into this size, which means you could literally put it in your pocket. You could put it in a carry-on bag. It can be your carry-on if you want it to. It's literally a lifesaver, especially if you have a family going to the beach. But even just to have like in Naples when like somebody just needs a beach bag and it's not something that you typically pack, it's just like such a great carry-all bag. Elaine says perfect bag. I know, I love it too. Such a good one. And also the price on that, let me just get the price on that bag because that price is crazy.
Is Robin still on?
I don't know.
Oh, well.
I think we're too late for her.
Oh, good. The reason is because the other thing that I use it for is I usually, you're only allowed.
Oh, good. She says, Robin, we love you.
I love you, Robin, but close your ears. Don't listen to this. You're only allowed when you
your personal
fly
item.
your personal item when you fly economy. So I take my tote bag, my other tote bag that doesn't bend, and I have like, it's packed just because it's got to be one bag. And I have this bag folded up inside
Inside the bag.
And then, of course, once I get off the plane, I can break everything apart and put it into 2 bags once I get off the plane, so that it's not all weighted on one shoulder.
You're like me when I went to Greece and
Oh
we
no,
did island
nothing
hopping.
was like that.
We did island hopping on Ryanair.
She was in college at the time.
If you guys have ever flown or know about Ryanair, basically it's, well, no, we had a fine experience.
They're not reliable.
But it's like so cheap, and it's basically instead of taking a train, you can like get to different places, but like you have to only, like your bag can only be a certain weight, like everything, but like it's a very low weight. It's not the weight that you like fly to Greece with. And so I was there for the summer because I was doing like a study abroad situation in the summer, and then we went to different places.
And she extended her stay.
Right. So I literally was wearing, at the time that I flew, because I couldn't pack things in my suitcase, I was wearing 5 bras. Do you guys know how big my boobs had to look? Because right now I wear the nothing bras.
And outfits.
But like I was wearing
coats.
5, I didn't have coats, but I was wearing 5 bras, 3 maxi dresses. I was sweating. I was wearing jeans under my maxi dresses because they weighed your bag and they literally wouldn't let you on the plane. It's
You're
like
lucky
a
they didn't weigh you.
I know. It's like a Ryanair like thing that like your bag cannot be overrated. They won't let you in. And I was dying on the plane. I was like, get me off. I need to get the stuff back in my suitcase. So basically, we're saying get the tote bag because then you wouldn't have to do that. Or you could just wear the tote bag. I just like stuff it in one of the bras and like nobody would notice. All right, so I think that's all the Jenna's Pick stuff. Again, jennaspicks.com for all this stuff. Under the live tab, you will see everything that we talked about tonight. And then under the YouTube description of this video will be all of my mom's picks, all of my picks, and the website. And then I'm also going to link everything specifically on Instagram after this live just so that you can see and like get to the specific things that you want to. Jenna Finn on Instagram at Jenna Finn, JENAFINN. One last question, unless anybody has anything else. I saved the best for last, which is...
Do you have your Target shoes on there?
Yes.
Like, who would think...
Effie, I woke up from a text this morning.
Would you think that, knowing what you know, that I would be wearing Target shoes? What did I always tell you about Payless?
She uses $13 moisturizer, but this woman does not wear cheap shoes.
Nope.
And we love Target shoes. I woke up from a text from Effie this morning being like, alert, Target shoes are 30% off today, and it's today only. These are the shoes that I have. These are the shoes that you will love.
Too late.
No, because Effie knows me. I'll buy anything.
Did you ever get those shoes that Effie had?
Yes.
Oh, you got them?
I got them.
Oh, no, you did
Yes,
not.
I did.
Oh.
Which is why she texted me the other shoes, and I was like, well, I don't need them now because I ended up getting the other ones. So, but you guys know me. I'm a sucker for the Target shoes. Yeah. But yeah, these are, I'm going to take it off your foot right now. These are the Target shoes. They have...
So comfortable.
They don't look exactly like this. You'll see them on the links. They're very, very similar. It's this year's version of these, and I think they're $25 or $30, plus it's like 30% off right now.
And what about the flat ones? I just bought that. Are they?
I also have them
like
linked on there. Yeah, they're
upstairs.
They're upstairs because I wore them on vacation.
I just bought those.
Okay, the last one is, when did you know Jenna was going to be an actor?
When did I know? Well, I tried to get her brother to be a model. And
that went really well.
Yeah, it was definitely the wrong child, but he was the oldest and he was so cute. He was not even cute. He was so handsome. He's still handsome. And I was taking him on auditions and they loved him and they would have put him in if he just cooperated a little bit more. And Jenna kept saying the whole time, I'm going to say Justin was 4, so Jenna was 2, and she kept saying, let me go, let me go. And I was like, no.
No. We're ignoring the middle child.
We're gonna color out here. She's 2 years old. Well, every time Justin got his headshots and every time we looked at his portfolio.
Every time Justin bombed an audition, essentially.
Jenna wanted to know why she didn't have a portfolio, so I had to take... Do you remember the pictures I took of you on my workout bench? So Jenna had her own portfolio. Not really.
Not really. All the money was spent on Justin's portfolio, and he was
Yeah,
crying.
because that went south. I was like, yeah, we're not doing this again. So,
I mean, that's fair. I would be like, this is a waste of money.
and we didn't have money at the time. That was the first big charge that we put on our credit card.
Yeah.
With his headshots.
Oh, you know what I found recently? Talk to everybody while I grab this.
All right. So, want to hear what kind of stage mom I was? Justin got an audition for for the Frosted Flakes commercial, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And he knew what the jingle was. And while we took the train into the city, we were singing it on the train and on the subway. And we get there and they take Justin into the room and they're talking to him and they're like dying over him. And they said, can you sing the Tony the Tiger song? And I'm listening through the door and I hear, no, I don't want to. And I'm like, I'm going to kill him. It cost me so much money for these headshots. And Jen is like,
I can
sing it. And I was like, shh. And then
put me in, coach.
Yeah, they're trying to entice him. And he's like, no, I don't want to. I opened up that door and I said, Justin, you sing that Tony the Tiger song and they're like, Mom, can you please wait outside? Needless to say, we did not get the commercial. And all Jenna kept saying is, I know the song.
I'm a terrible singer, but I bet I could have sung it as a kid. I just found this. Greg and I were cleaning out the basement, and I never
see mine all the time.
I never posted it on Instagram. I'll have to post it. But look how cute this is, Cooper. He actually shot this on his birthday. It was his first birthday. Yeah, his first birthday. We went there on his actual birthday, and he's a little baby on the box.
Do you remember them commenting on his hair? Do you remember they were going? There was a few babies.
We were obviously both there.
Oh yeah, I was there too. Actually, didn't he sign his own name? You put the pen in his hand, he scribbled.
Yeah, probably.
It was his contract. Anyway, do you remember they have a makeup person even for babies that fixes their hair? And obviously, this is Jenna's kid, so the hair is in my family. The hair is perfect, even on the boys. So they come over with a comb. They're fixing all the little baby's hair. And then they went over to Cooper. The woman comes over with the comb and she says, oh, no, your hair is perfect. And then goes on to the next baby.
I mean, he was also looked so cute. Do you remember his plaid shirt? Yeah. I mean, he was sitting in the director's chair. He was literally, I think honestly, the cutest he's ever looked, I think, was that day. You have
his contract. You should look. You gave him the pen.
It's probably in his baby stuff. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, that was Cooper on his little box.
Was that during COVID?
Yes.
I remember that. We had masks on.
He was born in 2019, so it was September 2020. So it was like we weren't in quarantine anymore. But I remember there was a thing Greg and I had to talk about, do we want to even do this? Because he obviously had to be close to this other person.
Right.
And then I was also his mom is a model. I did all of this stuff on boxes for products. That was a thing that I was doing before I did this.
And I bought all the boxes. Didn't have any grandchildren yet, but bought all the toys that
So I'm like, well, why can't they just use his mom, who literally does this for a profession? And then I saw her and I was like, oh, okay, she's a good 10 years younger than anybody who has had a child. And she's blonde. So they didn't want me. But I was just like, well, if you're worried about it, you have somebody who does it and whatever. But it ended up being fine. They wore a mask until she was standing next to him. But they really, do you remember they were trying to do it so fast because they didn't want people to be...
He cooperated. He smiled.
Yeah.
He
my gosh.
Fine.
So
he was natural.
He was a natural.
I tried to get him to do it.
That's true. He goes like this.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to smile. Although I think when you first met Greg, he didn't know how to smile.
I know. But you guys saw our engagement photo shoot. That's 5 years into our relationship. So, but it was his first photo shoot.
Yeah.
And I remember being just act natural. And I mean, he
should act natural when he asked you to marry him and you caught wind of it. You thought you were going on an audition. Do you remember? You spotted the photographer. Yes. Jenna spotted the photographer. She thought she was going on.
No, I didn't think it was an audition. I think my manager.
You thought you booked a...
Yeah, my manager at the time was in on it with Greg, and they planned the best surprise proposal that has ever been planned in the history of proposals.
Except Hawkeye spotted the photographer.
Well, that was only after he was proposing. I didn't see him in the beginning.
Right, but you were in flat shoes and a ponytail. Thought you were walking there, and you didn't want...
Yeah, so they sent me on an actual audition. I sent in photos. I booked the job for Ray-Ban. I was so excited to be shooting for Ray-Ban. I was like, this is amazing. And then they had like a production assistant meet me off the subway, bring us to the location in Central Park. I mean, it was like a whole thing. And then Greg was there, and I was so confused because he lived in Massachusetts at the time.
She said, "Oh,
I said,
did they book you too?"
I'm like, "Are you here for the shoot too?" Like, that even made any sense. And then he was, all nervous and like wearing basically like a suit and like fumbling and not fumbling, but like just nervous, taking the ring out of his pocket. And then I saw the photographer like hiding in the bushes, and I was like, "Oh my God, wait, I have to take my hair down." And then I'm like, I have to put my shoes on because, in New York City, you don't walk in your heels.
Wait, my hair, my shoes.
My hair, my shoes. Okay, now I'm ready.
So you're actually wearing flat shoes
in the proposal picture. Yes. I'm wearing flat shoes, but my hair is down. Right. I do have the photos of me being like, I have to take my hair down. What's happening? What's going on? So that was fun. But oh my gosh, I have queso hair in my eye right now.
I have it in my nose and my lips.
Our anniversary, our engagement anniversary today, 15 years or 10 years, 15 years together-ish.
Wow, 15 years.
I know.
Half your life.
Oh, well, I'm 37, so not exactly half my life. But next year is our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Oh.
Next year.
I guess I'll be babysitting.
We'll see. I don't know. I kind of want to do like not necessarily a vow renewal, but like some kind of like.
Yeah, I wanted to do a vow renewal. And you know what my husband said? I made that mistake once. I'm not falling for it again.
But then he proposed to you in Paris. Again.
Yes, I thought he was having a heart attack.
That honestly is funny.
Yeah, we're on the Eiffel Tower, and all of a sudden I see he's not himself. And it's because he was nervous, and then he drops to his knees.
Nervous. They were married for 35 years at that point.
Yes, but there were people around us, and it's not like that to be so dramatic. That's true. That. He drops to his knees. I thought he dropped dead. I'm like, wait.
Oh my gosh, are you
okay? Are you okay? And he was like, just let me finish. And I thought he was like trying to catch his breath, and then he proposed again.
Did he have a ring?
He had a fake one.
Oh.
A fake one, saying when we got home, we would go for the new one. Well, he's going to pick out a diamond for me?
Well, yeah, no, we know that.
That's when I got an upgrade.
Yep. Well, this isn't what I got engaged with either, so the upgrades. All right,
upgrades in this family.
Yeah. That's our live, you guys. Again, you can shop all of our products, or all of my products and her favorite products on JENA'S.com, and I'll link everything on Instagram after this live. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. It was so nice to
spend Thursday night with you guys.
I know. I feel like
I'm going to say in person.
We need to have you on more. That way the show's not till 11 o'clock because everyone has so many questions. I still have questions that are not answered. So you need to come back on again.
Email me.
If you have any lingering questions or you want to get in touch with my mom, of course, you can message me on Instagram. I will get everything over to her. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We had so much fun.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
I hope you're doing something fun. Remember, you don't have to be a mom to enjoy Mother's Day.
That's true. And you also don't have to make your own reservations, but sometimes it's worth it to make your own reservations because then you
get what you
want.
And sometimes you get to order your own presents too. That way.
Well, I was going to say, I also read today that everything that you've been ordering recently just counts as Mother's Day presents. So just order stuff, buy it for yourself. It counts as Mother's Day present. It is what it is. You get what you want.
Okay.
Effie said we need to meet up in person. Oh, that would be so fun. We should do it. We should definitely do it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Bye, Carol. Bye, Effie. Bye, Kim. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so happy Mother's Day, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.